You clicked on this video because you are worried about locking your money away too early. You have heard that retirement accounts are the golden path, but you fear being asset-rich and cash-poor before you turn 59 and a half. The real problem is not that you are saving too much, but that you are saving in the wrong place for your specific life stage. By the end of this video, you will understand why a taxable brokerage account is not a backup plan, but often the superior primary vehicle for building wealth when you need liquidity and flexibility. For most young professionals, the standard advice is to max out your tax-advantaged accounts first. You contribute to a Roth IRA or a traditional 401k, and only after hitting those limits do you consider a taxable brokerage account. This approach treats the taxable account as a secondary bucket, a leftover place for money you do not know what to do with. It assumes that the tax deferral and deduction benefits of retirement accounts always outweigh the loss of access to your capital. But this logic contains a fatal flaw for anyone under the age of 59 and a half. It ignores the massive opportunity cost of having your capital locked away when you need it most. Here is the thing about opportunity cost. When you lock money into a retirement account, you are paying a premium for tax benefits you might never use. If you need that money for a down payment, a business venture, or an emergency before the penalty age, you are forced to pay a 30% penalty plus income taxes to access it. That is a massive drag on your net worth. You are essentially paying a high insurance premium for a policy you cannot claim. The question we must answer is whether the tax savings of deferral are actually worth the price of that lost flexibility. Recent research challenges this entire assumption. A study by Sean Huang published on RXIV demonstrates that ignoring tax implications in trading strategies results in average portfolio losses exceeding 62%. This is not a minor overhead. This is a quantifiable failure mode. The study proves that tax mechanics are not peripheral to your financial success. They are central to your quantitative performance. When you treat a taxable account as a secondary, unmanaged bucket, you are often ignoring the very tax mechanisms that could be boosting your returns. Quick resource note: I keep a curated set of Amazon search links in the description for books, gear, and tools relevant to this channel's topics. Some are affiliate links, so I may earn a commission at no extra cost to you. Please consider supporting the channel by using those links if you find something useful. The research highlights that tax-aware optimization acts as a free lunch. It increases after-tax returns without requiring additional capital or taking on extra risk. This means that a taxable account, if managed with the same rigor as a retirement account, can actually outperform a locked-up retirement account. The opportunity cost of locking capital in tax-advantaged accounts for young professionals often outweighs the tax drag of taxable accounts. If you need early access to capital, the ability to withdraw without penalty is worth more than the deferred tax benefits you are chasing. Think of your taxable account not as a parking lot for leftover cash, but as a high-performance engine for liquidity. In a deep reinforcement learning model, treating tax implications as a hard constraint in trading algorithms yields superior long-term performance compared to strategies that maximize gross returns while ignoring tax liabilities. This is because the model learns to harvest losses and manage basis to minimize the tax drag. It embeds tax basis and capital loss rebates into the operational logic of the portfolio. This creates a system where every trade is optimized for the final after-tax number, not just the pre-tax number. The study also points out that optimal withdrawal sequencing across account types is a complex, non-linear problem. Suboptimal ordering creates measurable wealth erosion. When you treat your taxable account as a residual bucket, you are essentially leaving money on the table. You are failing to integrate it into your primary liquidity strategy. By the time you realize you need the money, the tax penalty has already eroded your gains. The research suggests that for young professionals, the flexibility of a taxable account is the critical architectural decision that determines whether you can seize opportunities when they arise. Consider the difference between a strategy that ignores taxes and one that embraces them. If you ignore capital gains tax and loss rebate mechanisms, you lose an average of 62% of your potential gains. This is a catastrophic number. It means that for every $100 you make, you are leaving $62 on the table because you did not account for the tax cost. This is not just about paying less in taxes. It is about the compounding effect of keeping more of your returns in the market to work for you. The complexity of these strategies is real. The study does not claim that every investor can replicate this performance. It does not quantify the specific threshold where the administrative burden of tax loss harvesting outweighs the benefits for the average retail investor. However, the lack of accessible data on real-world adoption rates among young professionals means the claim that this approach is universally superior for pre-59.5 liquidity remains theoretically sound. You do not need to be a quantitative trader to benefit. You simply need to recognize that your taxable account is a primary tool, not a secondary one. The shift in perspective is crucial. You must stop viewing the taxable account as the place where you put money after you have done everything else. You must view it as the place where you put money to ensure you have access to capital when you need it. The tax inefficiency is often a myth when you compare it to the opportunity cost of being locked out of your own money. By managing your taxable account with tax-aware strategies, you are building a portfolio that works for you, not one that works against you. This reframing changes everything. It means you can build a robust financial plan that prioritizes liquidity and flexibility without sacrificing long-term growth. You are no longer playing a game where you must choose between tax savings and access. You are playing a game where you optimize for net returns and real-world utility. The research proves that tax ignorance is costly, but tax awareness is a powerful tool. It allows you to treat your taxable account as a primary vehicle for compounding, just like any retirement account, but with the added benefit of immediate access. The path forward is clear. Stop treating your taxable brokerage account as a plan B. Start treating it as a plan A for your liquidity needs. Manage it with the same rigor. Harvest your losses. Optimize your basis. Ensure that your strategy is designed for after-tax performance. This is how you avoid being asset-rich but cash-poor. This is how you ensure that your money works for you when you need it most. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I am a one-person team working hard to make each video better than the last. Subscribe if you found value. It is the best way to show support. Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. See you in the next video.